Spartanburg Police is participating in a week-long training session.
They're teaching officers new ways of policing. Our Julia Keener has a look at today's lesson.
What you can see behind me is the Spartanburg Police Department training their team how to safely detain suspects.
With one question in mind.
How do we get somebody under control and in custody as quickly and safely for the officer and for the suspect as possible?
The Spartanburg Police Department says they want to be forward-thinking and at the front of the change by policing with the community in mind. Sergeant Ralph Pautan tells us they plan to do that by implementing a new jiu-jitsu-based training where they work on not causing harm to suspects and, most importantly, constantly communicating.
There are many ways to apprehend someone, but let's be smart and think about it. And communication, I think, is the big key. We want to make sure we're communicating to the suspect and to the public what we're doing and how we're doing it.
Gonna roll yet? We gonna roll with?
No.
This week, officers are learning new tactics and techniques that help them quickly and safely detain those who are non-compliant.
Anytime you have a use of force, like it's a dynamic, it's rapidly evolving, officers are put in a position to make a decision quickly. But we want to give them the training, the stress inoculation, and the opportunity to be able to kind of know how their body works, know how the suspect's body works, and just a good jiu-jitsu-based combatives program.
Davis says this program is something that can be used during everyday police work.
We put our hands on people every day. There's two options when we put our hands on someone. They'll either go willingly with us to jail or they won't. But either way, whether it's a mental health order, a detention order that we have to get them to the hospital, or whether it's an arrest we have to make, every day we put our hands on people. We just need to know what happens when they don't want to do what we're telling them or asking them to do.
Pautan tells us one of the main goals of this style of policing is not causing harm.
We want to make sure that we are not constricting the airflow, and that position that we'll do will allow them to not only be able to breathe, but for us to still have control of them while we're taking them into custody.
Leaders said trainings like these are necessary in making sure their team is ready to respond in any situation. In Spartanburg, Julia Keener, 7 News.
One sergeant there told Julia he's already used some of these new tactics, detaining subjects in Spartanburg, he says, without causing any harm.